Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miss Licks and we're back again. Welcome to BrBpTV. Be real, be positive. This is of course where I give my viewpoint on the news that I found in Dominica, across the Caribbean, and of course the world by extension. First up, we're going to talk about Mottley. And Mottley is indeed the Prime Minister of Barbados. Now the thing about Mottley is she doesn't seem to be making jokes with anybody. The way she moves, it's just really something I think that other prime ministers and presidents can take a leaf from, because she seems to be on that action towards getting her people and her country up to date. Recently she met up with the President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, and this is a picture of her right there. She met up with Donald Trump and First Lady Melanie at a diplomatic reception on Monday at the Lotte Palace in New York. And this was on the very same day that Mottley actually addressed the United Nations Secretary General's high-level meeting on financing the 2030 agenda for sustainable development that would reflect free action areas, building momentum, political support at all levels, and making the most of innovative solutions to finance the sustainable development goals. Of course, I was in Barbados the other day. At that time, you know, Ross was leaving Dominica and they were looking for places to go and so forth, and they ended up on Barbados, and Mottley took on that responsibility and the opportunity and, you know, tell them, come on board. If you want to leave, just come on board and we'll take you and we'll even give you a government building. This lady was not playing. She literally gave these people, Ross University, a government building so that they can have the classes and stuff and help develop the country. So Mottley is not playing at all. She wants to develop Barbados and of course helping Barbados in the best way that she can. Of course, we know that Tropical Storm Kirk passed over Barbados yesterday and left some serious rainfall on the island. And you would think that would keep the Bajans down. There's an actual video that was created. It's meant to be funny, and I think this is rather interesting.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen. So it would seem.
This guy is definitely being innovative in his efforts for him not to stay in the house. Regardless of if water is outside, he believes where there's a will, there's always a way, and he's making his way out. He has a little boat, he's taking his shovel to push him forward, and he's definitely going forward. Next on the list, of course, is St Lucia. St Lucia definitely got some of that tropical storm vibes from Tropical Storm Kirk. And one of the areas that was greatly affected was the farming area, the agricultural area. And as you can see, a lot of the bananas went down. I know some years ago, I think St Lucia did very well in their bananas, and they were able to export most, if not all of their bananas to, you know, to the markets. But one thing I noticed about the tropical storm, I think we should be very careful. A number of persons were sort of like in arms of danger. I know it looks in the video very calm and cool, but I believe that we should be very careful in what we engage ourselves in, because this could have been a very dangerous situation right there for a lot of people going on the seas. What if a great gulf of that sea was just rushing in now and a lot of people get trapped in this? I think we should be very mindful. I know we have that tendency as humans, our curiosity tries to get the best of us, but we need to be more vigilant, you know, and so forth. But I'm so happy that everybody's okay. Dominica, on the other hand, was spared. We got some rain yesterday and some wind up in the Monjon area that's on top of the mountains, but we were spared, yes, of the tropical storm, the real thing of the tropical storm, because I also heard that there was hurricane winds associated with that and it was heading to Dominica. But thank God for the wind shear and sort of pushed down the tropical storm to the southern area, which, you know, pretty much had a lot to do with Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, and these places which got a lot of rain. But Dominica was also affected. There was an earthquake, a 5.8 to 5.6, 5.6 to 5.8 magnitude earthquake, and this is a picture of it right there, where a number of the islands were also affected. Martinique also felt it, St Lucia also felt it, Guadeloupe also felt it, and even some person saying the Grenadines, St Vincent and the Grenadines also felt it as well. Guys, I'm just glad that everybody made it through the aggression of Mother Nature, because Mother Nature seems to be angry somehow. Sometimes Mother Nature presents a wonderful sunset, and then the next thing there's hurricanes, there's, you know, rainfall, is flooding, there's all kind of things. But guys, one thing I must make mention of, I think it is very important for us to be very grateful and thankful, especially Dominica. Remember, 3 storms came towards Dominica's direction. You had Beryl, you had Isaac, and you have Kirk coming as well yesterday. Just last month, remember, there was hardly any rain in the area, in the southern part of the Caribbean, Trinidad, Venezuela, and these areas. Remember, there was an earthquake there as well. The impact was greatly felt, and you know, sometimes when the flooding comes in, the rain comes in, you know, it kind of helps soften the impact. So I think we need to be very grateful sometimes, especially when it comes down to these things, because if you look at Indonesia, Indonesia also had their earthquake today. But it also brought in a tsunami. This is it as well. This tsunami came in after the earthquake passed, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake passed today, and pretty much did a number in Indonesia. Now I'm thinking to myself, and I'm reflecting back to the Caribbean, there are a number of earthquakes that took place, and there are a number of scares. Because I remember when the 7.2 or 7.3 earthquake hit my country, Dominica, the beach that was close to where I live, the sea went back. And they gave us a tsunami warning. The same thing happened to Bahamas not too long ago. I think it's last year or earlier this year. The sea literally left the coast and just went back. And that's a tsunami that's waiting to happen right there.
The whole ocean disappeared from this bay. The island out there looks like you can walk to it now. With all that water sucked out to sea and being pushed up onto land in Florida, you have to wonder, is it coming back? And if it does, let's hope that it does so slowly. Very slowly, because if it returns quickly, it will cause a tsunami of massive proportions.
The sea came back in and it didn't cause any damage. So I think we need to be very much grateful. I'm not saying that the people in Indonesia need to be grateful. I just think, on my own personal thought, I think the people in Indonesia can pretty much handle this much more better than Dominica. Do you think the Caribbean can handle a tsunami, guys? Do you think the Caribbean can handle a tsunami? I really don't think it can handle any tsunami. So I think, you know, we need to be grateful and thankful to the Most High for protecting us through all these things, man. Even when I was talking to one of the folks here about, you know, Kulibistri and some of the boulders that came over, and they were like wondering, where did these boulders come out of? Where did the big boulders that were presently at a particular area, where did they go? Like, what's going on? They just completely disappeared. Big boulders, almost big as houses, disappeared because of water and these things, bringing them to the sea and these kind of things. I should tell you the kind of strength that Mother Nature has. And talking about being grateful, during Hurricane Maria, there was actually a hurricane baby. So can you imagine, Category 5 hurricane is passing through Dominica, and on that very same day, that same timeline, that a hurricane baby, a baby is being born. We have the story there. I think that was taken from the newspaper, the Sun newspaper in Dominica. I will put the pictures for you guys to see. So if you want to slow down or pause the video afterwards for you to see them and read it, you can definitely do so after this. I personally think it's really remarkable that human beings are pretty remarkable. The things that they are able to conquer or to get over or to, you know, go through. Mother Nature is rough, but human beings have that strength that I really, you know, if there were aliens out there, I'm sure that they are admiring human beings for going through all this and still coming out as survivors, which is a good thing. And this is a note that I'm leaving you guys with. Definitely be a survivor in this world that we're living in, no matter what the circumstances is. we can always overcome. We can overcome to achieve. And let Mother Nature teach us to be grateful to the Most High, because a lot of things could have happened. It's our responsibility, you know, to give thanks. Render to Caesar. I think the great book says, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's. So, hey, on behalf of my people and the Caribbean, guys, to the Most High, I pray. Thanks so much. Anyways, guys, boy Mr. Lex on BrBpTV. Remember to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the post notifications when you subscribe, so you can get all the videos as they come through. And that is the vibe right there, guys. To boy Mr. Lex on BrBpTV. Remember, be real. Be positive.